sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. This video and YouTube channel is rated PG-13, so that means this channel is not for anyone under the age of 13.
So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Garrett18 here, and today we're going to be doing another Kicking It Old School review, and this time it will be of the McFarlane Toys Dark Ages Spawn, the Horrid. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the packaging. So as you can see here, we do get the basic blister card style packaging for McFarlane's Spawn line. So we do have the figure right there displayed behind the window, and it looks like they crammed the hell out of this figure to fit in this small piece of plastic there. And then on the top here it does say Todd McFarlane's Dark Ages Spawn Ultra Action Figurines. On the left here does say the Horrid and Series 11. Then on the bottom says the Epic Saga of America's #1 Hero. And then the back of the card here, it does show the other figures in Series 11 up on the top. I do want to get the Black Knight. He looks pretty damn awesome. Then it does show the Kiss line and then the Psycho Circus line, and I did order that Creech as well. I should get the Heap and Cygor also. And then over here it does show you to pop the wings and the tail on, and he has articulation and stuff like that. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure up and take a closer look at this pretty cool looking dragon figure. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look at the Horrid here, and like usual with McFarlane, with his figures back then from Spawn, the detail on this thing looks fantastic, man. It just, the paint and sculpt work just look beautiful. The one thing some people probably won't like is the huge ball peg here, because you can clearly see it and the paint did chip off there as well. So some people will definitely not like the way that looks. But you know what, man? I do dig the articulation you do get out of the neck because of that joint. But detail-wise, for the look of it, some people might not like it. If you put it all the way down like that, it looks fine though. The head sculpt I think looks pretty dope. We get all these dope horns, the orange horns right there, which look pretty cool. We get 2 at the head and then a few like running down the spine, and even just throughout the neck we get some very nice sculpt detail there and some really nice paintwork, man. And the head sculpt I think looks pretty dope too. I like all the horns like on his chin. That looks pretty cool. You can see where all his teeth are. I wish they would have given him an open mouth face sculpt. Even the eyes look dope. I like the orange that they added on the top of the head. And there's the other side, and the bottom looks pretty good too. So the sculpt and paint detail throughout the head and neck definitely look dope there. The wings do look pretty cool too. I like how we have some like tears in them on both of them. I think that looks pretty cool. I like that they added that on there. And we get like these bubbly type looking pieces, and I like all the stretchy skin type sculpted pieces. That looks really cool too, man. I like the horn type pieces sticking out on the bottom and the top as well. I think that looks pretty dope, and then the back of them looks pretty cool too. So really nice job on the wings there. And the torso here is sculpted extremely odd. I don't know why it is sculpted like that. Maybe that's how he looks in the comic book. But the sculpt and paint detail, once again, looks great all throughout the torso, the front and the back there. Tail looks pretty cool, and it does not articulate or anything like that, which we'll go over soon. Arms look pretty cool too. We get a few like horns on the elbow there. Very nice sculpt and paintwork on there. I do dig the claws on the hands though. I think that looks pretty cool. I like how they painted the claws black and everything. That looks dope. Then for the legs here, we do get some nice sculpt and paint detail throughout them. We do get an orange horn on the knee there, and then the feet look pretty good too. I like how they painted the toenails once again black there. And this is really the only way I can get him to stand is in this pose right here. But overall, the detail on this thing looks fantastic, and that is never an issue when it comes to older McFarlane Spawn figures. But anyway, let's continue on. Now for the height of the Horrid, crouching to the very top of his horn, it looks like he's around 8 inches tall. And then with him standing to the top of his horns, he's about 10 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. And then here he is compared to my custom work in progress McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn, Samurai Spawn, the Spawn movie Clown, and the Spawn movie Violator. And then here he is compared to the Mezco Toys Skull Island King Kong and the SH Monster Arts Godzilla King of the Monsters Godzilla. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and this horrid dragon does have some pretty good movement. It's just, as I mentioned before, I can't get him to stand any other way besides in a crouching type pose like that. But we do get 3 joints at the neck here, so we do have the huge ball peg that connects at the torso there. We do get a ball peg there, and then a ball peg at the head. So with all those joints, you can get him to look up about that much, looks down all the way, so that's good. You do get very nice pivoting out of the neck and the head there, and then of course all of them do swivel as well, so you do get some nice movement throughout the head and neck. There is no torso articulation, no swivel or anything like that, so that is a bit odd. The wings here are separate pieces that you do connect. I'll just show you quickly. As you can see, the peg is shaped like a square. You just peg it into that piece, and then there you go. This one got a little loose on me, this ball peg, so certain poses it can't hold up the wing, but if I pose it a certain way, it will hold it up. But it is a ball peg, so you can move it all around and swivel it. So I do like how the wings are on ball pegs. Now the arms here, this is really the only articulation you get throughout the entire arm. We do have a ball hinge type joint, so the arm moves forward and back, but you can swivel it and then move it up and down as well, which it's just really weird the way they did it. But it's like that on both arms. No elbow joint. The wrists do swivel, and then these 2 fingers or claws can hinge up and down, which is pretty cool. The tail does not articulate. It is also a separate piece that you do connect into the figure. As you can see, the leg joints do move up and down. As you can see, we do get a hinge at the knee, which is a bit loose on mine, and then we do get a hinge at the ankles. But as I mentioned, I can't get them to stand. I can't get them to stand really in any poses. The joints, the figure's too heavy, and then the joints collapse on themselves. The knee joints are just too loose. So the only pose I could really get this guy into, as I mentioned now a third time, is this crouching pose here. But he doesn't have bad articulation. Some points are definitely missed opportunities. I don't know why they didn't throw some points of articulation in certain body parts, but you're really not going to be able to get this figure to pose around too much. But anyway, that is my review of the McFarlane Toys Spawn the Horrid. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure with detail, I'd give it an even 8. Articulation, I'd give it a 3.5. And then the overall quality, I would give an even 8. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine off eBay, so your best bet with these figures is either eBay or Amazon. Agelessgeeks does not carry these in stock, but you can get your newer figures and collectibles from Agelessgeeks.com. And when you check out, use code name Daredevil, and you will get yourself a bit of a discount. If you can't find something on their website, I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Figurine, says the Horrid on the left. Chapter, what the hell am I reading? A freaking comic or a book? Chapter, it's series 11 for this Spawn Horrid figure, and we do have the Babadoo and Boobity Bee. We do get the basic blister card style packaging for this Babadoo Spawn figure, and the plastic here is plasticky, isn't it? For this McFarlane Spawn figure, and and then it does say the epic saga of America's #1 hero. Damn it, I hit the camera. Yeah. But anyway, that is my review of the McBabadoo and Chappity Choo.